Folks, I have a story of arrogance here, of blatant arrogance. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Check this out, y'all. FBI arrests man who hinted at assassinating Trump and planned to join Antifa. This is just an outright funny story, y'all. So, as we know, Donald Trump won the freaking popular vote. Hooray for Donald Trump. Go Team Trump. This is great for America. Now we'll be able to get America back on track. However, do we still think, after 2 assassination attempts, an overturned plot to kill Donald Trump, do you think it's going to stop there? And now that he's won, do you think these people have just had a come to Jesus moment and said, okay, whatever, we lose? No, folks. Trump derangement is hitting its peak. I don't think it's peaked yet. It's going to peak soon. So, we have people out there that are just so deranged, they are willing to throw their lives away in order to say bye-bye to Donald Trump. We'll put it that way. This is absurd and it's insane. And I think we're going to see a lot more of these. Secret Service is going to be busy for the next 4 years. Outright. They're going to be very busy. And let me tell you, I hope to hell when Donald Trump does come into office, he puts somebody that's competent. Dan Bongino in charge of Secret Service. I would love to see that. I don't know if Dan will do it because he's so intertwined with his podcast now. I don't know if he would do it. But I would love to see that. Would really love to see that. We're going to have some cleaning of house, y'all. And we are going to get some of the swamp cleaned up. I can almost guarantee you of that, folks. So get ready for that. Even if you're Trump deranged, you've got to admit that cleaning up the swamp is a good thing, regardless of who does it. A 25-year-old man was arrested in suburb of Detroit for allegedly making death threats against former President-elect Donald Trump. According to a probable cause statement, a Reddit user on September 23rd reported that user accounts names like Shoot Up Trump Rally and Plan to Shoot Trump were targeting Trump. Law enforcement used the IP addresses to trace the user back to the University of Michigan. Then, on November 2nd, the FBI National Threat Operations Center in West Virginia received an anonymous online submission threatening to shoot conservative Christians. This is absurd. I don't understand why these people are so deranged with Christians. They get out there and they'll say, oh, Christians are evil. And me, I'm over here like, what? You mean the same people that, if your house burns down, they'll say, hey, come over, you can stay, I've got a spare room. Or, hey, I've got these extra clothes, you can have these. I've got all these canned goods I'm not using, you can have these because here's some food, here's some money. These people that go to church on Sunday, help old ladies cross the street, for crying out. You mean those people? Those are the evil people that you're talking about? These people are insane to think that. Christians are far from evil. They have their values. Just because you don't agree with somebody doesn't mean that they're evil. Right? I disagree with Democrats all the time. I love the engagement when people come in here and try to tell me I'm wrong. Hey, I'll shoot back. And maybe you bring up a good point, which has happened before. John, you've done that to me before. I'll say that. I will cede the point. I'll give it to you. There you go. I changed my mind. But to say that that other person is evil when they have a strong faith in God, believe in good standing moral values, for crying out loud, it's absurd to call those people evil. And then to want to go bring your pew-pews out to the Christians? Yeah. No, I'm sorry. That's absurd. Just outright on its face. And I just don't understand some of these people and how they get to that conclusion, how they can figure that God-fearing Americans are evil. I know we're not all perfect, and there are bad people out there, but as a whole, wow. That's all I can say. I shall carry out an attack against conservative Christian filth in the event Trump wins the election. The threat stated. The individual claimed to have a stolen AR-15 rifle and that there's not a thing the FBI can do until I complete the attack. Oh, there's not, buddy. Once again, like I said, this is a story of just blatant and utter arrogance to think that you can get out there and make threats of violence against people and nothing happens. By the way, folks, threats of violence are illegal. You can't do that. I wouldn't suggest doing that whatsoever. Not in the least. Violence is never the answer. We can have discourse. We can talk back and forth without hate-filled rhetoric. Without having hate in your heart for your fellow American, for crying out loud. We can work out our ideas. We can agree to disagree. And still have a good working relationship. We're all privileged in this country, and we all need to be grateful that we live in the country that we live in. Sure, there are other countries that are really good, but if you don't take pride in your own nation, for crying out loud, don't let the corporate press and this woke ideology fool you into thinking that nationalism means you're racist, because it doesn't. That's what I've seen a lot of people talking about. Oh, Christian nationalists are the same as white nationalists and white supremacists. No, they are vastly different. I'm sorry. Vastly different. You should take a little bit of pride in your country, especially when it is the United States, when it is the leader of the free world, when we are the ultimate democracy, as they like to put it. We will make America great again, y'all. We will. Law enforcement traced the IP address to a cell phone belonging to Isaac Sissel, who was then contacted Monday at a travel lodge in Canton, Michigan. No firearms or ammunition were found in Sissel's hotel room, according to the affidavit, but Sissel claimed to have a chemical irritant, which he stated to pull from his pocket before officers told him to stop. Yeah, that's another a word of advice to you people out there, any young guys that might be out there. When you have encounters with the police, do not, and I repeat, do not make any rash, sudden movements. Don't do it. Show your hands. Ask the police if you have something in your pocket. Ask them if you can get it. They will probably tell you no. And if it's something dangerous, make sure to let them know beforehand. And they will pull it out of your pocket for you to ensure your safety and the officer's safety. Now, that's something back in the day when cops would say that, oh, this is for your safety. I always took that like, come on, shut up. Shut your mouth. It's my safety. You don't care about me. But when you look at it, when I got a little bit older and got a little bit more wise, I realized you go to make a sudden movement and go into your pocket. That cop doesn't know what you're going to do. You could end up getting the pew-pews put out in your face. And you don't want that. So, yeah. If you need to don't make any sudden movements. That's a stupid thing to do in front of a cop. That's just, my word of advice for the day. The affidavit claims that Sissel told the agents that Trump is a threat and a piece of shit who should have been assassinated. What? This guy's crazy. And that everything would be better if Trump was no longer alive, y'all. Yeah, I'm trying to calm my wording down because I'm trying to get monetized. I'm now eligible to be monetized. And I know they kind of frown upon, when you talk about shooting people and stuff like that. So I'm trying to cut back on the language there a little bit because I want to get monetized, to be honest with you, because I think that will take some of the shackles off my channel a little bit. But, that's neither here nor there. Sissel said he wouldn't kill Trump, but if he knew someone intended to, it was his duty not to intervene. Sissel stated that he believed there could be violence during the election, and he might join Antifa to protest. Yes, and you know what? The only violence that we did see was in left-wing areas, for crying out loud. Right? Like they called in the National Guard in Democrat-ran cities. That's absurd. You don't see right-wing violence. The media will get out there and lie to you and say that the true threat to this country is right-wing extremism. I saw a news article, they're fear-mongering about the Proud Boys have reconvened. They've come back together. They've coalesced under Donald Trump once again. Who cares? Those people aren't a threat. The Proud Boys, really? A lot of people on the left call them a terrorist organization, when actually Antifa is a terrorist organization and should be labeled as such. That is right. They terrorize the American citizenry. They are a domestic terrorist group, in my opinion. That might be a strong stance, but that's what I feel. Look at 2020, the summer of love. Look at all that violence that was spurred on by BLM activists and Antifa. That's right, Antifa. This is just getting crazy, y'all. We need to get this country back on track. We're going to get this country back on track. J.D. Vance is now being set up. I don't know who's going to run in 2028. I really want to see Vivek Ramaswamy in there. But J.D. Vance is being set up as the next candidate. I'll put it that way. We're going to see. I think Ron DeSantis is going to try to make a comeback too. You never know. Because he's about to come out of office. And he might go back to Congress. Might go to the Senate. You never know. I could see Ron DeSantis as a senator of Florida. But, you know, once again, he would have to unseat one of his Republican senators. So I'm not sure if that would work out. He might go back to Congress. Maybe he'll move to California and run for Senate over there or something. That would be funny. That would be outright hilarious, y'all. But I think we're going to get this country back on track. Hopefully, Elon Musk takes some time off from the SpaceX and the Tesla to come in and maybe do to the federal government what he did to Twitter. Yes, I would love to see that. Get rid of some of these federal bloat that we have. And make sure the government runs efficiently, smoothly, and by the people. If you know what I mean. Because that's what our government is supposed to be for. Of, for, and by the people of these great United States. But it hasn't been that for a while. It's been a deep state apparatchik that has been running the government. It's not been us, y'all. It's not been us. It's been powerful elites that think that they are set apart from the average everyday citizen. And they think that they can just do whatever the heck they want to do and get away with it. Well, the American population spoke last night, and they spoke strongly and quite clearly as well. We don't want your deep state garbage. We want a cleaned up federal government. We want a government of, for, and by the people of these great United States. And that's what we're going to get. If we don't, we'll blame it on Trump. Because he's the man at the top right now. And if he doesn't change Washington, D.C., even just a little bit, then, folks, we got a problem on our hands. We got a major problem on our hands. But I think he's going to do it. I think he learned his lesson. I think it's a good thing that he lost in 2020 so he could see, so his eyes could be opened to just how far the deep state has its fingers in every single part of our federal government. It's going to be hard to root that evil out of our government. But I think we can do it, folks. I think we can do it. But we shall see, folks. We shall see. Y'all make sure and stay tuned to the channel. That's all I got for this one. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Share this video anywhere and everywhere you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe, by the way, if you're new around here. I would appreciate that as well. And Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comment section. That is all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching. And y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Peace.